There we are. We are live. Good morning. Oh, look at this. We're talking about live. I have my zippers down. Jesus. Live video. It's scary. Let's hope people miss the first 10 seconds. I was tucking in my shirt. Okay? Like, relax. All right. So, first things first now. We're going to do some stretches on a chair today because sometimes we're in a situation can't really decide how we're going to get up and do our stretches and do yoga. But we still want to get them in. So maybe you're at office, maybe you're at school, maybe you're working, maybe you're who knows what. But we gotta have options. So here's chair. First of all, I can't get anything done without that coffee. Second, do not do anything without the water because your body needs this. Fun fact, guys, completely not related to stretching, but your body can live 7 days without food. But without water, you got maximum of 3. So, water is life. You need it. All right, so I'm going to start with the neck, shoulders, chest. We'll open a little bit. There's not much you can do on that. Torso, right? Our transverse abdominis. Then we're working our hips, hamstrings, and our ankles. All right, so here we go. The neck, you know this one. Put the hands on the side. Here we go. Back straight, guy. Always that back straight. None of this, right? Back straight. There you go. Now, we're going to bring that forehead forward and down. And we're going to let gravity just pull your head down. That's all there is to it. You're not pushing. You're not bouncing. You're relaxing. There we go. Good. And back up slowly. Perfect. Now we'll do the same thing to the sides. Remember, we're not pushing our ear into our shoulder. We're letting our head go to the side and just relax. And you feel that tension run all the way across your clavicle down to your shoulder. That's okay. Right? What you shouldn't be doing is feeling a tight pull here. If you're doing that, then you're probably pushing too hard. See, if I push hard, I'm stretching here and I'm not getting the whole cross, right? So you got to let it go gently so you don't get that tight pull in the neck and you get it all the way across the clavicle. Right? So it's almost like you're reaching out with your forehead. Good. Nice. Right? 10, 15 seconds. Doesn't take much. All right, now we're going to combine the two. And so now we've done the muscles straight in the back. Right? We've done these guys right here, the levator spinatus, which run right up here. And we got the upper trapezius that run across here. Now we're going to get the mid trapezius in between those two spots, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our chin and we're going to aim it towards our armpit, okay? And we're just going to bring the head down like you did going forward. We're basically combining the two movements. The back straight. I can see you. Yeah, no. You know me. Good. If anyone knows me for more than 5 seconds knows that I am a stickler for posture. You gotta focus on posture. It'll change your life. You're gonna look better, you're gonna feel better, you have less pain. Right? Like honestly, doing this just gathers all that midsection weight up. Right? You wanna look a little bit thinner? Whoop, look at that, 5 pounds. Just like that. It's pretty easy. Okay, so now we're going to do a chest opener, guys. So grab yourself, if you're not too flexible, grab yourself a towel or something, right? And all we're going to do is we're going to reach behind ourselves, right? Now, you start off here. Again, we're doing this in stages. If you're not too flexible, we start off here, right? Nice and simple. Now, the idea is we're going to creep along that inside until we get our hands together in the back. Good. Now you're going to feel a pull on your shoulders, but that's okay. We just want to get that chest pushed out of it. All right? There we go. Nice. And there we go, 10, 15 seconds of that. Good. See, doesn't take much. So stretching doesn't take a lot. You just need to get through it all. There's like a lot of stages because you have a lot of different muscles in your body. So it's just a matter of getting through it all. But each one, it's not like you're doing 3 sets of 15. So if you're worried about time, don't worry about it. I mean, this will take us 10 minutes, but that's only because I can't stop talking. If you did this on your own, it'd probably take you 5 or 4. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Now we're going to work on the shoulders. Now, it's very important, guys, that we get the rotator cuff, which you think is way up here, but you feel it down here, okay? This needs to be worked out, along with the 3 muscles up here. So you have the anterior deltoid, okay? You have the mid-deltoid, and the posterior deltoid in the back. Now, usually what happens is we, as society, have tight anterior deltoids because we're constantly rolled inward on our computers, studying whatever it is. Right? So we really got to work on stretching those. The back ones, you'll notice, you have no mobility coming forward. You can fold yourself up, you can almost hug yourself. But coming back, that's where the problem is. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your hands, put them on the side of your hips for now. Now, if you find this a little bit hard, right? In other words, you're already feeling tension, stop here, okay? For those of you who are maybe slightly more flexible, bring it back here because you're not done. Now you're going to be in this position. Now here's what you're going to do. Similar to the chest opener, you're going to bring those shoulders back. Good. And now we're stretching out that anterior deltoid. That's going to feel tight up in that shoulder, I know. But here's what we do. We don't push hard. We don't bounce. We relax into that stretch. Let those muscles get used to what's happening. You're in control. It's okay. And we relax. Right now, it shouldn't feel like a sharp pain. Right? A stretch should not feel like a sharp pain. So let me explain to you what, for those of you new here, what a stretch should technically feel like. So if I hold my hands out like this, okay, as wide as I can get them, you're going to feel the tension right here. Okay? Now, on a stretch, what you want to do is just a small, if you do this with your fingers, just a small push against those fingers. Push nice and slow. And you're going to feel that extra tension. That's all you should feel, right? Anything that's painful, it's like having your hand reached out in the, you remember volleyball when we were kids? You go to block the shot and grab the tip of your fingers. Oh my God, your hand will hurt for weeks, right? So that's what we don't want. That's why we go slow. That's why we feel our spot. Okay, I'm tight here. No? Okay, good. All right, I'm tight here. Perfect. Then we go, right? If you're tight here, don't try to emulate yoga masters you see, or even me, not that I'm any yoga master. I'm basically a plank of wood trying to bend, but anything that is related to movement, you can't just copy someone who's out there. You gotta get to where you're comfortable. Okay, this is where I'm at. And then you go, eventually you get there. You gotta start off somewhere. Okay, so now we're gonna do some torso twists, guys. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna get our snake charmers. We're gonna get those elbows up. Why elbows up? Because of the shoulders, right? We want that back straight. Often when we do this, you guys do this, right? So whoop, up like this. Here we go. This is what we want. Now we're very simply going to turn to one side, and you're going to feel the tension right here. Don't go too fast, because if you go too fast, your muscles won't be able to adjust, and you're going to feel it in your spine. Here we go. And good. Nice. And back the other way. You ready? And you're going to notice, if you have stiffness anywhere else, you're going to notice how the body is so connected that you're probably feeling this in your shoulders right now. Right? That's how connected our bodies are. Right? It's not just individual pieces. We break it down. Fitness professionals, we break it down to attack certain areas or modify certain areas, but they are all connected. Right? You cannot just work out one quad. You can't work out the quads without the hamstrings. You can't work out any of the legs with different. It's all one unit, guys. We are one body. We're not Lego. Okay? And that's my. I don't know why I went on these tangents. I tell you, the coffee must be strong today. Or not strong enough. All right, so now here's what we're going to do. We're going to work on the head. So similar to when we did the floor stretches, okay? We want to lift that knee up. Now, if you have some mobility issues, get the towel. You can wrap it underneath your leg up here. If your knee is sore, you can hold yourself from underneath here. But ideally, if all things are good, you grab here. Okay? Now, we want to lift this knee up. So you're not pushing it against your body. You're letting it come up. It will then naturally head towards your body. You can let it move outward. You see how the hips, when you squat deep, guys, your hips are not here. They open up, right? We bring it up, and as we relax and get higher and higher and higher, we get it deeper and deeper and deeper. Right? There's no rush to get up there. Don't push it into this area. You relax. Good. Now, if you're feeling really flexible, you can try bringing it inward a bit. But be careful, because if you're not ready for it, it'll hurt you. So if you're already a little bit tight out here, don't bring it in, okay? My Zen moment. That's why I close my eyes. Remember, you drop down slowly, okay? Other side. I'll do the show and tell after. It's been a while. I haven't done the show and tell as to why you need to do that. Okay, so here we go. Now we move it up. Good. And if you see, notice, guys, I mean, it's early morning. I haven't really walked a whole lot. My hips are a little bit stiffer, probably, than they will be 5 minutes from now. But I come up, I relax into the stretch, and then I pull it deeper. And you can get deeper and deeper and deeper as you come up. Right? It doesn't have to be right away. Good. More flexible. Pull it inward. Good. And don't be shy to tilt back a bit, eh? Like, as long as your back is straight. You know? Because, I mean, I have no back to my chair, right? So, gravity being what it is, I need to find the equilibrium. As long as that back is straight, don't lean back and do this. Just pretending that hurts my back. Don't do that. Keep that back straight. Good. There we go. And don't worry, we're going to have a bonus one after this. We always have a bonus one. Even if I don't mention it, guys, let me tell you, bonus rounds always going to happen. Okay, here we go. Show and tell time, all right? So, this is why we don't just let go, right? So if I'm up here and I just let it drop, it's going to hurt. Why? This is why. So let's say this is your tissue, whatever it is, muscle, tendons, all pretty much happens the same way. So now, right, this is how it's supposed to be. This probably is how it was, right? And now we're going to stretch it out. Now we're going to stretch it out. Right, which is good. And we're going to hold it there 10, 15 seconds. Perfect. Now we're going to, if you do it right, you relax. It comes back. Everything's great. However, you could also do this, and if you just drop that leg down, that's what happens. So don't do that. All right? Okay, so now we're going to do some ankle circles, and then we'll move on to the bonus round. Okay, so you can see my ankle perfect. Now remember, guys, I say guys, you know what's funny? I say guys, and you're talking to a person who's coached girls hockey. Guys is such a general gang term for me, you know? I don't know where it came from. Because all my clients are, so far, mostly are all women. Yet I say guys, hey, come on guys, let's go. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old. That's what it is. There we go. Big circles is what I was trying to say, guys. Okay, guys, get those circles going. Right? And we want 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go for 10. Now, we got to try to make big circles with the ankles. Why? Because if you don't try, you'll never get there. Right? They can be square when you start. Believe me, When I started, after playing hockey and football, these things are like bricks on top of the plank of, like the plank of wood had bricks at the bottom to hold it steady, right? And you have to really work at it and concentrate and try to make those circles. Because if you try to make them, you're gonna get there. If you just flop it around like a dead fish, not gonna get anywhere. All right, so here we go. There we go. Almost done. There we go. All right, doing great. Now for the bonus round, okay? So this is going to involve the hips, and it's going to involve your glutes, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take one of our legs, cross it over. Good. Back straight. Always the back straight. There's never a time your back is not straight. If you're here on this channel, your back better be straight. All right, so you're going to feel a little bit of the tension right here along the side, and probably a little bit of tension up here in the hip. That's okay. That's where you're supposed to be. Now we relax into that. If you're already feeling some tightness, right, relax. Don't worry. See, a lot of times what happens is your body has a stretch reflex, right? So like the knees, for example. When you're doing a hamstring stretch, the knees lock up. Why? Because it doesn't know the situation you're in. It doesn't know you're in a controlled environment. For all it knows, you're on the edge of a cliff, right? So right now you're feeling tension. Your body doesn't know why you're in this position. Maybe you're in a torture device. It doesn't know. It's reacting. That's all it's doing. So you relax it. We're in control. I say, okay, you're good, muscles. Good. And you're going to feel as your quads let go, a little bit of that pain, tension goes away. Good. Now, with your back straight, we're going to use the leg as leverage. We're just going to pull ourselves forward a bit. And you're just going to go until you feel the stretch. That's it. You don't have to bend all the way down, even if it's like boop, an inch. Doesn't matter, right? You go until you feel the stretch, because your tightness. And here's the other thing, which a lot of people don't give the body credit for. The body is a very complex system. We, to this day, after thousands of years of studying ourselves, are still figuring stuff out, right? So your body does so many things on its own that you're going to wake up one day. Like, let's say there's Olympic gymnasts even who wake up one day and are just less flexible that day. Okay? They're 18, 19 years old. They're probably younger than that in the Olympics, right? But all of a sudden they're stiff. Why? Because your body is doing something that we don't even comprehend. Maybe you had not enough water one day. Maybe you had not enough sleep one day. Maybe you walk too much one day. Like, there's so many variables that your body is calculating in milliseconds that we consciously not even aware of, right? How many times do you think about, don't think about breathing. You think about breathing unless you're concentrating on it. I know a lot of people, they say think about breathing and then they stop breathing. Right? So as you can see, guys, a little bit less flexible on this side. That's okay, right? That's okay. I have to work on getting there, and we're going to work on that together. And believe me, when I started, it was like this. It was terrible. It's a journey. Right? We'll get there. Don't worry. All right. But while we're there, back straight. All right. I know it's a broken record. Can't stand it. But it's one of the things we all forget. So I'm going to keep reminding you. All right. So we get up there. We're going to feel that tension before we make any moves. Let's feel the tension. Feel that, okay, I got that stretch. I'm feeling a little, remember the fingers, right? So I'm feeling that tension in all the right places. Okay, now I'm good. Now we pull in. Good. And we relax into that stretch. Nice. Doing great. And you see, already, my knee is a little bit lower than it was when I just started seconds ago. So it's really that easy. Good. And back up. And we gently lay that foot down. So there you go, guys. That's all of it. I mean, this is Wednesday, hump day, right? We're halfway into the weekend. And yeah, it's rainy today, I think, but that's okay. We'll get outside. We get some fresh air. Tell you what, it's good to get some fresh air. And you know, I just want to say a lot of things today was kind of saying, okay, guys, you got to try, and then saying it's okay if you can't do it, right? And it's a little bit weird, right? It's a little bit weird for me to push you, but then say it's okay that you can't do it. And why is that? Well, it's, you know, life is one of those things. And we as a species are very hard on ourselves, right? Well, society maybe not a species, but a society at least, right? It's always about the tests you failed, and always about the jobs you didn't get, and all about the things you didn't do right. And nobody celebrates the things that you are doing right. Even the small things you're doing right. Right? They're huge. So something like this, right? Yes, I'm here to help you get better. Along with myself, I'm going to get better with you, right? So I'm going to push you. All right, come on, let's try. Let's try. Let's go, right? So yes, I have that push. But if that push gets you to go an inch versus a mile, that's still a win, right? That inch is 1 inch further than you were before. And I'm so proud of you for that. And you've got to take pride in yourself and say, you know what? I did them all. I did all the stretches with Chris. I actually got through them. Okay, I'm not so bad, right? You can do it. So try to celebrate the little things. We tend to ignore all the little things. You know, I don't know about you guys. I know this happens to me a lot, right? I'll do something good here and something good here, and I'll have to do this and achieve this and get all these things. And then after I do 10 of these things, one thing doesn't go right, and that's all I see. Right? It's hard to say, no, you know what? That doesn't matter. It's not a thing. I'm going to look at the 10 good things. It's very hard because we've been groomed from birth to care about the F's and worry about the F's a heck of a lot more than we worried about the B's and C's and A's. Right? But guess what? B's, C's, and A's are great. Right? Hey, a B, man, you're like killing it. So, guys, celebrate. All I'm saying is go outside today, go for your little walk. If it's raining, go for an umbrella. Let's say you go for a walk for 4 minutes. That's great. Whatever it is you do today, guys. It's Wednesday. The weekend's coming. Let's try to get a good vibe going, right? And just pick one thing today that you did, no matter how small. No matter if it's that 1 inch that I pushed you into, or it's 1 mile or whatever it is. Celebrate it. Enjoy it. And have a good day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Awkward walk-off camera time.